Hello everyone. So today, as I said, if you want the video of this design, I will put it. So I am completely done with this video. One thing that you cannot expect from this video is the splash screen. So the reason for not creating the splash screen is very easy. It's simple. Splash screen comes from platform specific parts, and Android support only 3 colors as gradient. And as well as I don't have time to create this image. Of course, I don't have any tools to create the image, and I cannot provide the gradient because there are only 3 colors. So it's pretty restrictive, I guess. As far as iOS is concerned, I'm not an iOS developer, so I don't know how to create a splash screen for iOS, at least which is having gradient. I have seen many examples, they only consider image as part of their splash screen with some background, but that background, can it be a gradient? That definitely I don't know. Probably you can, if you have some knowledge, you can work around it. Okay, that's about a splash screen. Regarding restrictions of this graph, so graph, I am creating this type of graph which is not similar to what you can see here, but having said that, this graph is completely created by me, and this one is a curvy graph which is called spline chart. So this company, which is called Sync Fusion, has created a lot many charts, and it has free trial. It has some pricing also. You can buy this. You can buy the corporate license, and you can also have community license for free trial. I don't know about that, but you can create charts like this. Okay, you can also go to pub.dev and try out fl_chart, okay, which has this type of chart. So probably it is also suiting us. So you can go to read more and read about it. At the time of video creation and content creation, I didn't know about this library, but now I know, so I have just added this so that you are aware what all libraries you have to draw the charts. Okay, so I have not covered integrating this chart in the whole video, but definitely I will give it a go, and maybe I will put a tutorial on this. But right now you can go to this, and also you can try it after watching this video. And even like this many charts are there, so you can refer this if you want. If your enterprise allows you to do that, then you can do that. But gradients, I've told you how you can grade it. I will tell you in this video how you can give gradient to your chart like this. And of course, this is following Neumorphism design, which is very exciting to work on, and it has a scroll view. And this is the, so one thing extra you learn is this giving gradient to the image, to the icon, creating a circular shape with the gradient. And you will learn about this beautiful right sidebar, which comes from right hand side, and it is created like this. So I think you will like this video, and if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and hit the bell icon so that you never miss out the content that I post. And do let me know in the comment section what you like about this video, and something that you have not liked about this video. Okay, so let's start with this. Let's create this sidebar. So I'm going to create a new folder where I will have sidebar related things. Okay, so here I will create a new dart file which will be sidebar layout. Okay, and this position thing will go out from here. No, it won't go out. So this complete stack will go out, because in my opinion, my sidebar layout consists of sidebar as well as the body. Okay, so I will put it here, and all the things should work same. We just need to use sidebar layout here. Okay, let's try to run it. So yes, output is same. So we have not broken anything. Now, how we will proceed with this? Right now we have background, right? So what we can do is we can have another thing on the top, right? Now, let us create another thing on the top first. So this is position, and first I will, so how you will create? So basically it's all column items, right? So I will use column, or probably I can wrap this in a safe area, and then I will have some things already, some padding will be there from top and bottom, so that will be beneficial for me. I don't know how much it will be. Let's see how we proceed further. So this is column. I will have icons dot dashboard. Color will be white. Then I will have a sized box. with height as okay. So I have forgot to add children here for column, and these two things will go there. Height I will take 20, so that there is gap between my dashboard icon and the search icon. As we can see in the design, there is some gap, right? So I will use search here, and my color will be same. Okay, let's see the output. Everything has come on the left hand side. Oh, the reason is very easy. It's position widget, so we have to give right as 0, then top as 0, and bottom as 0. So the same thing that we did for this one, and this time we don't need to give the width because it's already there, right? So this is the thing, these are the things right now. Now what I will do is I can probably give right as -30. Okay, no, maybe later stage. Anyways, so what I can do is I can give some margin from left hand side. So we will have another size box which will be somewhat bigger than this, so it can be 100. Okay, so that there is ample amount of space after this, because as per the design there is good space here. Okay, so now this is about the top section in the column. Now according to this design, we have to decide whether we can add all these elements in this column directly, or we can place it in the separate widget. So what I have thought is these specifically account for another menu item, another list of items. So I will divide them. So this is my top part, this is the bottom part. Okay, so I will create expanded widget so that my all the menu items come under one tree and they occupy the remaining space. Okay, so in this I will have a child, and then I will have a column again, right? Now this column will have children, which will be, so I will have 4 children here. Each one of them will be called as sidebar item. Now if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have already done this previously, so let me show you in which video I have done this. So basically in this video game app part 1, this video contains vertical tabs. So as you can see here, there are 3 tabs which actually replicate in our design. They are similar to this. Okay, so I'm going to create a new dart file. If you want to understand more, just go to that video and cover the topic there. But nevertheless, you will understand. If I will not explain much, but you will understand on your own. It's very easy stuff. So sidebar item will be there, and there are multiple states for the sidebar item. So basically it will be first will be is selected. Okay, so whether it is selected or not, based on that, as you can see here, based on that you will have this dot. Then one thing you will have for text, so you will have final string text. This will be your button text. Then there will be a method which will be on tap. So this method basically will be invoked when you are tapping on any of these. Okay, fine. So I will use transform.rotate here because the strings are rotated and the angle would be -1.58. Okay, now this, how this angle has come, how you can play with the angle, it's all is given in that video. Okay, and again I'm showing you in this video, everything is given. It's only 38 minutes. You can understand the concepts as well as how the rotation works and how the things work there. Okay, then I will add gesture detector, okay, which will have on tap, and basically in this on tap I will just pass on tap, that's it. Then for gesture detector I will have a child, and this time it will be now so basically it will be a column. Okay, so my idea is very easy here. I'm going to create you can say uh, there will be a text here, and then so there will be a text here, then there will be a dot on top of that, and then I will rotate this everything. Okay, so let's continue with that. So my first child will be a container. Okay, and its height can be 6, width will be 6, and decoration it should be a circle one, so it should be like this, and the color will be you can say white. Now it depends whether it is selected or not selected. Okay, so if it is selected, it will be white, otherwise it will be, it will be transparent. Okay, now I want to animate this, so I will use animated container, so that whenever there is a color change, it will animate from white to transparent or transparent to white. Okay, duration, it will take very short duration, which will be 200 milliseconds. Okay, so this is about the dot. Now I will have a text. Now I will wrap this text with another widget. So let me first put the text here. So the text whatever is passed will be the text here, and I will wrap this in animated default text style, so that whenever the text style is also changed, as you can see here, this is bolder and everything is bolder, but this is white in color and this is off white, so, or something transparency is there. So whichever item is selected is pure white, whichever items are not selected are not white, right? So I will animate between them as well. So the only child for this is duration and also style. Okay, so what it will do, it will animate between the styles. Okay, so duration again for the animation will be same, it will be 200. Now what should be the style? So I have already created a style in the style get for folder. Only two styles are there: selected tab style and default tab style. Again, the same thing is taken from vertical tabs. It is very similar to this. So font size is 20, colors is white, font weight is bold. Everything is same for default also. Only the thing is default, by default it will be white 70, which is slightly not white, which is some opacity is there. Okay. So if it is selected, then I will use selected tab style. If not, it will be default one. Okay, so this is how I am working on my sidebar item. Obviously these are some errors, so we can solve them by using constructor. Okay, and I will just format it so you can understand it better. Okay, so this is about sidebar item. Now we need 4 sidebar items. Okay, so first sidebar item will be, so here text is wallet. On tap we will have to pass a method. Okay, and we will call on tap here. We will before before doing that, we will do it later. And this one right now I'm making it as true. Okay, similarly the rest 3 items I will add, and I will make it as false, because only one can be selected at a time. Okay, so this is the thing. Let's run it and see the output. Okay, so everything is messed up, everything is just joined like this. So what I will do, before that, just small information. When I select one of them, you can see there are 2 types of layouts. One is horizontal and another one is vertical. The reason only is we are using transform.rotate. So after rotation, it takes it rotates it, but the height of that thing is still the height of the text. Okay, so it's rotated, but height and width are not converted to actual things. Okay, you can play around with in this video as well. I have told everything about that in this video, and I have showcased you here as well. Coming to sidebar layout, yes, so first of all we need to give equal amount of space to these 4 items. So we will go to this column where we will give main axis alignment space between and main axis size max. So now we have equal amount of space. Okay, now second thing what we need to do is this position widget, which contains all these things, we can give it as -30. This has become see, I will just show you why this is happening. Go to sidebar item, give the rotation as 0, so it's basically horizontal. Now if you can see here, wallet is here, restaurants is here. Wallet has slightly lesser width, restaurants has more width. Because of this, if I rotate, it will be rotated around center, so it will come here. And because of this, all the elements have center here. Okay, that's why I was telling that the width is not converted. They are rotated, but their width is still the length of your strings. Okay, so going to sidebar layout, we can give here -30, so that my right was 0 here, now it will be -30. Okay, so now everything is positioned very well. what we can do, one thing more here is, yeah, that is sufficient. So now, or maybe 25 is the correct value for that. Yes, this looks perfect. You can see my profile is just touching it, right? So I'm not going to use safe area. I will be using container, or I will be using padding. Okay, or let's do one thing. Don't use padding. We will just remove everything from here. We will add a size box. Okay, where height will be 60 or 50, and similarly, let's see. It looks perfect. And then I will add size box at the end also after this expanded widget. Okay, so that there is a margin, and this time I will need to add more. The reason is, let me tell you what is the reason. So go to this design, and you can see that there is a lot of gap. So we need curve here. That's why we will have to have more margin here. Okay, and from top as well, it looks nice, and there is a lot more gap here. So what we will do, we will add some more gap, 40, which is good. Yeah, it looks good now for me. Yes, fine enough. Okay, now let's go to, and yes, if I select restaurants, nothing is happening. So for that I will have to do something, right? So let's do that. Okay, then we will move to the curve part. Okay, so yeah, perfect. Yes, so we need to play with this on tap as well as true. So consider, and this is a stateless widget, but we need to create it as stateful now, because the state will be changed, something will be changed, right? Wallet will be selected, sometimes it will not be selected other times. So we will create a bool value, and sorry, we will create an int selected index, which will hold the current index. Okay, and in init state, or you can say we don't need init state, we will directly use this. So initially selected index is 0, right? So true value will be if is selected, selected index equals to 0, then this will be true. Similarly, if selected index equals to 1, this will be true. Otherwise, it will be false. Right, like this. Okay. Now we will create a method. So before that, we will call that method here on tap. Okay, and okay. Now we will create a method void on tap, and of course we need to pass in the index which is being tabbed. So let's go to calling of this and pass 0 for the first one, 1 for the second one, 2 for the third one, and 3 for the fourth one. So if profile is selected, we need to make this index as the selected index, right? So we will make selected index equals to index, and this will happen in set state, so that our UI is refreshed and this build method will be called again. As soon as we do this, this will be rebuilt, and selected index will become 3, and profile will have is selected as true, and all the other elements will have as false. So let's run it. If I click on restaurants, see this, my cart, my profile. Okay, this is how you are toggling between all these items. So this whole is explained here. Okay, now we will create curve, this curve as well as this curve and this curve. So let's focus on that. Now we don't need to deal with positioned for some time. What I have thought is, so there were many ideas that came into my mind before doing this. So the final idea that I have come here is, I will increase the width of this background, which is your colors gradient. I will increase the width. I will make it as 90. It will be like this. Then I will start from here. I will clip it. Then I will go till here. Then I will make a curve. I will go till here and then make a curve. Okay. Let me repeat it. I will start from here. I will come till here. Then I will go till here. Then I will make a curve. Then I will go till here. and then make a curve. Okay, so it will look like this, starting from here, coming till here, coming till here, then a curve, then here, and then here. Okay, but there is one issue is when this is selected, I can come till here, make a curve. When this is selected, I will have to come till here and then make a curve, right? Similarly with these items. So for that, we will be using render box, and we will get the y position of starting of this, so that we can, make our clip path customized based on the start positions. So we will learn it, but just let me take some time for that. So let's do now. So this is 90. Let's wrap this container in a clip path. Okay, then clipper will be sidebar clipper. Okay, right now it doesn't have anything. We will go to the bottom. Okay, okay, this is normal stuff. We create a path and return this path. Everything we need to do is now inside this path. Okay, so let's create the top curve. Before that, let's take width as size.width and height as size.height, just so that we have less we don't have to write size.width and height again and again. Okay, now we will start from here. So path dot move to size.width and 0. So we have started from here. Now we need to come till here. So I will take path dot okay, so it is. So there are two ways. In the previous video I have shown you that you can create two line 2, and then whatever you pass in x and y, you put that in quadratic Bezier curve, which will be much more relevant and you will be able to understand it. Okay, but right now I will do it directly. So size.width, so we'll use width here. I want curve till here, and that's why, yeah. So path dot line 2 and width, it will be 5. Okay, let's see how it looks. It is gone. So maybe we have to close the things. Okay, maybe we will have to create another line 2. So this time I have come till here. Assuming I have come till here, now I will have to come till here. So it will be okay. It should be width by 3 first of all, because this is my total width. Let me run it so that I can show you. So it's not running right now, but it will run. So this is my total width. I will divide it into 3 parts. So width by 3 and 5. So this is my first position, and the second position will be somewhere here. Okay, so I will go width by 3, 70. Okay, yeah. So till here I have come. Now what we need to do is we need to move these points to quadratic Bezier curve. Okay, so it will be path dot quadratic Bezier curve. So this is your first point, then this is your second point, and then you can remove both the line 2 calls. Okay, so we have got the curve. Now we need to make path dot line 2 till from here till here. Okay, so it will be again width by 3, and this time it will be height minus 70. So till here we have come. Okay, now we need to create the curve. So again, you just have to create the mirror image, right? So assuming that width by 3 will be same thing, we will play with this 5. So mirror image says that it should start from here. The point is 70 first of all, so we need to consider 70. So it will be height minus 70, and then this will be height minus 5. And yes, so it has come till here. Now we will make a line to width as well as height, so it will be somewhere here. Let's run it. Okay, so curve is not proper. Let us rectify it. Yes, so this will be my control point, and probably this should work. Okay, it didn't work properly, but so it is 70 from top, 5 from bottom. It has come directly here. Okay, so I have come till here. Yeah, I don't need this. Yeah, no. So you can remove this, because it was my mistake that the destination point is this one, right? I did not do that. So this is the curve. Okay, so we are done with the curve. Okay, and when we click on this, it's working. Okay, now so we can put some comments here. This is my up curve and this is my down curve. We will not play with this again, right? These are not to be played with. These are static. We will have to create custom curve here, which will actually be created based on the position, as well as the curve. Also we will have to use quadratic Bezier curve, right? So I will show you that, but before that I will create lines directly, and then I will show you how it will actually reflect, and then I will just paste the things. I will just use the quadratic Bezier curve, which I have already explained in this video. Okay, so it is from left hand side. Right now you are seeing from right hand side. There is no difference, no logic difference. Concepts are very same. Concepts are same. Okay, so let's first create a static thing. Okay, so suppose I want to draw a rectangle from here to here. Okay, from here to here. I already have clip path till here. So what I will do, I will not draw line. I will draw, but let's see, path dot line 2. I want to draw something from here to here. Okay, so for that, let us see. I want width by 3, of course, and height is 300. Okay, just assume this. Then path dot line 2. Suppose I am here. I want to come till here, so it will be 0, and height will be 300 because it's a horizontal line. Then I want to make a line from here to here, so it will be 0 again, and this will become 420 because I want height to be 120. Just then I will close this. So I am till here. I want a line till here, so it will be width by 3, and height will be same. Again, it will be horizontal line. So if you can see here, this is my rectangle. I just have to change these values. This rectangle should change. Basically, my 300 and 420 should get changed. Okay, so these are the 2 points that should be changed if I want rectangle. Okay, so let's work on that first, then we will create the quadratic Bezier curve. So I will provide dynamic values to sidebar clipper. Okay, when I will provide that, I will tell you. So now, if suppose wallet is selected, so I will need to get the start position of wallet and end position of wallet. So for that, I will create a global key. Now this is a very important concept, or you can say labeled global key we can create, and this will be wallet key, and it will be labeled global key, where I will put wallet key. Okay, similarly I will need 3 more for all these, right? Because I want at the end I will need all the keys. Restaurant key, then it will be my cart key, then it will be my profile key. Okay, fine. We can add these keys to all our items. Go to this position. As I said, we will need it later. So key will be wallet key for wallet. Similarly, adding for restaurant. cart, my profile. Okay, so 4 keys are added. Now we will add a switch statement. Okay, so whatever the selected index is, suppose the selected index is 0, then we will break. Okay, so we will get a render box, which will be, you know, the box, right? And it will be from our key. So since 0 is selected, so we need position for wallet key. So wallet key dot current context dot find render object. Okay, so this will be this will return render object, and it will go in our render box, which is type of render object. Then I will get render box dot size dot you can say, sorry, not the size, position, or yeah, local to global, and it will be our offset dot 0. Okay, so this will give me the position of this text, this widget. Okay, wallet widget. Then I will store this in a variable, so that will be my offset, and if I use dy, I will get the start position in terms of y. Okay, so I will print these also, but I will create two methods, two variables here. So it will be render box, and it will not be final, and then I will create double. I will use start y position. We don't have to deal with x position, so I will only use y position. Then this render box will be used, and start y position will be this one. Okay, now let's print it. So I will print start y position. Okay, sorry. So let's see. I will select restaurant, I will select wallet, and if we can see here 238.0. So this is the starting position of your wallet field. Okay, similarly we will need for all of these. So we will move this code out of switch so that it gets executed for everything. Okay, and this also. So I will tell you this as well. Then for all the cases we will create the cases 1, 2, 3. We need restaurant, my cart, my profile. Okay, and let's run it and see. So I select restaurant 414, I select my cart 590, profile 766, wallet 238. This value we need to pass in our sidebar clipper. Start y position. Okay, so my sidebar position. Now other than this, I also need to pass end position so that the height is determined, or we can directly give height, but I will use end position. So these two things I will pass. Now this end position is nothing but start y position plus 120. This is the height that I want. Okay, so I will create two fields here, final double start y position and end y position. Why I am not using, why I can also use end y position, means I can use height directly here, but I don't want to make sidebar clipper so hard coded that it is not configurable. So it should be configurable outside, right? So I'm configuring it from here. I'm giving the height from here, and based on that it will be. Now let's create a constructor for that, and this should not show error now. Yes, so it's not showing error, right? So we have a start y position and the height of it, right? Now instead of 300 we will use start y position. Okay, and here we will use end y position. Now see the magic. So initially, yes, I know this error will come, so let's try to solve this. So when you are first time building it, you don't have your start y position, so it is null by default. So if it is null, you can if it is null, you can use 0, right? Similarly, if this is null, sorry, so what we can do is, here we can handle in this way. If start by position is null, then you return 0. Here we can write if start by position equals to null, then send 0, otherwise send this one. Okay, let's see the output now. Okay, so it is working, but where is the first one? Okay, we will do it. Let's see the restaurant. If I select restaurant, it is coming here. Okay, and now you might be seeing that, oh man, the position is wrong here. If I select my card, again it's wrong, but the wrongness is also consistent. It is starting somewhere from here. Okay, so as I said, this is rotated, so the starting point of restaurants is actually this one. So you need to do is, you need to pass start by position. I will tell you what. Okay, so you need to pass start by position minus 40. Okay, so 40 points above this point, it will be the starting point, and what will be the end point? It will be 80. So this will make height of your total curve 120. Okay, let's run it. Okay, so position is correct. If I choose my correct, this is correct. Profile, wallet correct, right? But what about the first time that it is run? So if I restart the app, so it is not there, right? We want, but so we will use a package which is after layout. So this after layout helps us in getting the callback when all the widgets are laid out. Okay, so go to your PubSpec and add that after layout. Okay, so the version for this is 1.0.7 plus 2, 1.0.7 plus 2. Okay, and then you can get the dependencies. After that, go to your sidebar layout and add with after layout mixing. This will have one widget to be one method to be overridden. What you will do, you will call set state, and you will call you will basically calculate render box for wallet key, because this one is the selected one. Okay, then you will call start by position, and I can delete this start by position, so that your by position becomes this one and your layout is built again. So now if I restart the application, I can see that wallet is by default selected. Okay, now only thing that we need to do is we need to add the curve. Okay, so and also see this gap. So for this I will do 120 so that my profile is more up, and if I reload it and if I select my profile, this is perfect now. Also I can give gap in between wallet and the search thing. Yes, this looks good now. Now we need to add the curve. So curve I am not going to explain you. I will just copy paste my coordinates, and I will tell you what are these coordinates. Okay, so my curve is this one. Okay, go here, and instead of box, my curve will be here. And if I run it, you can see beautiful curve. If I click on my card, this is the thing, right? Now how it has worked. So let me just increase the size so that you can see it properly, right? So how it works? So basically path.line to width by 3 start by position. So whatever the start by position was, which was here, I made width by 3 and by position as my first point. So from here to here there was a line, then there was a curve from here to here, then there was a curve from here to here, then there was a curve from here to here, and then here to here. This is how all 4 quadratic Bezier curves are created. And when I am here, I create a line from here to then probably I don't need this. Yes, as I said, I don't need this. It was maybe a mistake. Okay, So after I have reached till here, because of the quadratic Bezier curve, you can optimize it. I think there are some issues, but you can correct it by manipulating these points. So, and this is same explanation as I have done in this video. It is nothing extra. Okay, concepts are purely same. Okay, same person behind this, so same explanation. Okay, I would request you to please go to that video and see the curve animation. Okay. Anyway, I have explained you what I have created, 4 curves, and then when I'm here, I have this path dot line 2, which is from here to here, and then there is a quadratic Bezier curve from here to here, and then the path closes. This is how I have done this animation, and now we will see the rest of the part. Okay. Let's see it in Android how it looks. So we have seen in the iOS. Now let's see in Android. So looks fine to me, but there is a lot of gap here, as well as a very less gap in between these items. So it depends what is your screen size and all those things. So to come in between, you can we will have to find something that is related to both iOS and Android, right? So you can go here and you can reduce this to 120 so that it looks good enough, and it also is relevant for iOS. Okay, now one subscriber of mine has asked that he wants this to be swiped from right hand side, and then it should come out. Okay, so I thought a lot how can it be done. So one thing that comes to my mind is, as I have discussed in my previous video also, which has all types of curves. So let me show you that video, so that if you are not on same page, I can at least tell you which video I'm talking about, right? So I'm talking about this video where I have shown user profile and drawer, and this is a and drawer. Okay, so similarly I will use and drawer here, and whole of my sidebar layout will go here, and the body will be a simple container where I can give any color right now. Later on, my this design will come here, my this page will come here. Okay, so I will go again to sidebar layout and try to run it again. Okay, let's see the output. So now it is red screen. So if you swipe from here, you can see that this sidebar layout has come from right hand side. Okay, so this is how you can do it. But there are many concepts here. Okay, so where is the icon? How the user will know that there is a end drawer type of thing? So what you can do is you can probably use app bar, but that would be completely irrelevant. So when you add app bar like this, you can see something like this. Okay, you will see an icon here. On clicking on this icon, automatically things will be handled, but this is completely destroying our UI. So I don't know, see, the designer who created this did not think about that this will be out of screen. He considers that this will always be on the screen, right? So if he thinks in future that this has to be dismissible, it will go out of the screen, then probably he should provide, or he definitely will provide a, a clickable thing which is visible when this end drawer is out of picture. In that case, what we will do is, so basically in that case, we will have end drawer coming out a little bit. Okay, and probably in main.dart we won't be using end drawer then. And by default our end drawers positioning, so basically this is our positioning, right, 0, right? So if I make it as -10, then it will probably come here, and it will be shown something to the user, not the complete end drawer, but something to the user. So this is how you can probably achieve what my subscriber has asked me for. But till now, for this UI, what I will do is I will keep it as end drawer, so that you guys can enjoy swiping from right and seeing this. Anyways, I have changed something. So yes, I have changed something. That's why this awkwardness happened. Okay, so I think yes. Now let's focus on the main content. Yes. So we have something like this. Okay. Now we need to work on this part. So we have this design. Okay, then so for this I will be using first of all single child scroll view, because this content can be scrollable, right? So we are creating this. Okay, then the child will be a column. Okay, and yes, so first will be my size box. I want some space from top, so that will be, you can say 60. After that I will have text. So I generally do in this way that I take this as single text, but today I will not use rich text, and I will just put one text view and then the other text view, because I have already explained it a lot of times. This will save us some time. Hello, and style will be okay. Font size, it can be 22. Okay, so this is how a hello will look. And then we can do one thing, we can add one more. Okay, and this time we will write this name. Okay, so I will write my name. Then font size, I can think that it's little bit bigger, so let us take 44 and it will be bold. Sorry for the background noise, since everyone is at home, so there will be some noises. Okay, let's see what is the output. Okay, this is the output. So what we will do is we will make it as a cross-axis alignment as a start, and yeah, let's see. Okay, then we can probably wrap this in a padding, and it will be only from left and right. Right, so this is good. Maybe font size, you might feel that it is smaller, so we will just increase it. Okay, then yes, we also have an exclamatory sign. Okay, now let's move to our this beautiful card. Okay, so since I'm going to show you how to create chart, but not this type, I will create line chart, because as I said, this chart can be there is one library, spline chart. So it is from let me show you from where it is. It is from this company, spline area sync fusion. So you can create this type of chart using this, and it takes a lot of time to create those charts. It is a lot of mathematics applied there. So I would say that you try out this, since it's paid version, so you will have to buy the license. You can also go to pub.dev and try out fl_chart, okay, which has this type of chart. So probably it is also suiting us. So you can go to read more and read about it. At the time of video creation and content creation, I didn't know about this library, but now I know, so I have just added this so that you are aware what all libraries you have to draw the charts. Okay, so I have not covered integrating this chart in the whole video, but definitely I will give it a go, and maybe I will put a tutorial on this. But right now you can go to this, and also you can try it after watching this video given. Till then I am just showing you line chart, and all the gradients will be there in the chart. That's what I can say. Now since it's a neumorphic design, so we need to create cards in this way. Fortunately, there is a beautiful library which is clay containers, and it is a plugin which is there in pub.dev. So I have used this. Import this clay container with this version, and go to your main.dart. Now clay containers have a class called clay container. Okay, so you can use this clay container, and then you can give height to it. So my height, I feel it can be 300, and width will be screen width 80% of that. So let's see that width equals to media query.off dot size dot width. So this is how I will get the width of the screen, and then I can use width into 0.8. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so of course some things are missing. Unimplemented handling of static target. Let's see where is that error. Okay, then I don't know where is it exactly. Unimplemented handling of missing target. Let's see if I add it should work. If I remove clay container, let's see if it is running still. Yeah, so after adding clay container only, this is the issue. So maybe something we have missed. Let's give, okay, so before that, don't forget to mention scaffold background color, because I have changed this. It was not there. I have put that as this color, and the same color you can have for your clay container as well. Okay, Okay. Oops, got it. I got the issue. This thing, double width media query dot off. Maybe this is the problem. Don't know why, but it should not be a problem. Dependencies media query. Oh, maybe we have to hot restart. Yes, yes. So what happened is I didn't, I didn't completely restart it. I just hot reloaded it. So because of that, width could not be counted, right? So that's why that the issue was there. And then probably you don't have to give the color to it. It will be the color automatically taken. Then you have to have this in center. So you will make this column wrapped with center, because all the elements down the tree, all the elements will be in center, fortunately, right? So these should move in the center, and probably I can do this. Yeah, so they have moved in center, and let me again do that. Does this also work? Yes, so it worked. And now we will add some again sized box, okay, which will be you can say 80. It is too much. 40 is good. Okay, now as you can see, the card is there, but the shadow is not there proper. So why it is not there? Because this card does not have anything below it. It's the end of this column. Okay, so it is cut. But if you add some size box at the bottom, then probably you can see beautiful means depth in this. Okay, coming to the depth part, so you can mention depth as 12, spread as 12, and you can see the difference how it looks. Then you can see that the border is very static. We have to create some border here. So what you can do is you can go to border, and wait, there was something corner. Okay, so border radius, it directly takes your radius amount, and it by default converts it into your border radius. Okay, so it's very good handy thing. You just have to give the numerics. But if you want to make custom border, then also you can use this. Okay, fine. So this card is okay. Coming to the content inside this card, okay, so which is very important. We have this solde total. It is in French. The meaning of this is total balance. I will just put it here. So we will use again a column inside our container, because these are vertically aligned contents. Okay, so it will be total balance, and let me add one more. Okay, which will be our balance amount, as they have mentioned 42504. So it will be 42504, and for pound sign I will go to Google and say euro sign, because I'm not going to find the character. So just copy this, and this is how I do normally. Why to wait? So style, then text style, similar. So font size, I can say it can be 18. Weight will be 600. Okay, sorry, weight. Yes, and rest all. Yes, we also need to give the color to it. So color will be black right now, and same style you can copy and use for this also. And let's see what we need to see, what we need to change here. Okay, so this can be bolder, can have bigger size, which is 24, and this also can have 20 as a size. Yes, looks good. This column again can have cross axis alignment as a start. Okay, oops. Cross axis alignment as a start. So all the things have come at the left hand side. Now we can wrap this column in a padding widget, which will give us some padding from everywhere. So it will be from 3 places, because at the bottom there will be a chart coming in. So from left I will take 16, right I will take 16, and then bottom I will take no, only from top I will take 16. Okay, so this looks good, right? Yep, very nice. Now we are in this column. We need to add a container. So now I'm starting the chart. So let's use chart widget. Okay, this chart I have already created, but I will show you how to create. So I'm just taking a backup of this. Probably I have taken it already. Yes, I have taken the backup. So I will delete this file, and we will do it from fresh. Okay, right. Now coming to sidebar, coming to main. I will create a chart file. But before that, this chart needs to plot some data. So we need to have some data with ourselves. So this is my data. Corresponding to this UI, I have taken 55, 90, 50 and some data like that. So it is in that range, okay? 55, 90, 50, 40 and 8 values are there, okay? Right. Now this data will be passed to your chart, because after providing data to the chart, you only want your chart to plot that data, and you don't want to have main.dart do something for you then, right? So chart, okay, so it will be a stateless widget, okay, that's it, chart. Right, so first of all, there is a beautiful learning here how you can create the chart. So this is just a container, okay, right? And since we can see that the chart has gradient, this line has a gradient, right? So what we can do is we will have a gradient here. So decoration, box decoration, then there will be colors. So the same colors that we already have in sidebar layout, the same order of colors. So these are the colors. Go here, go to chart, sorry, and then you take an array and copy those copy those colors. These are my colors, right? And I don't want to give any stops or something like that. I just want vertical, so I will just give begin and end, so that means they can start from left, so top left and bottom right. That's it. You can give an angle also, that's not a problem. Now just look at this file. We have this chart after our both the text, so probably we need some size. I will tell you that. And this data also we need. So go to chart and create a field which will be final list double and data, right? Okay, so our chart is now error free, and we can see the output on the right hand side. So this is my I can say this is my chart, but there is padding. It is because of this padding. So what we can do is we can remove this padding from here, and we can add padding for these text, okay, because chart has to be end to end. And then in this case I will have top, okay, and for this I will not need top, but yes, that's it. And then I can use symmetric here, then it will be lesser code and good output. So if I run it now, we can see that the chart is completely taking all the space, but we need some sized box as well. So it can be a very small sized box with a 10 value, so that this has come a little bit down. 20 will also work for us. So the chart has expanded widget, a container, and that's it. Now how do you feel that with this much of information you can create the chart? So basically a very blunt idea is you use a clip path where you clip your container based on the points being provided to you, okay? So let's use a clipper. Custom clipper, okay, we will have a chart clipper here, and data will also be passed to it. That is a norm that has to be done, because at the end we will work on this data, right? Class, then chart clipper, custom clipper, okay. Yes, so all the norms done. Now we need to define this data, as well as to create a chart. See, let us look at how charts are created. So this is my data, 55, 90, 50, and something like that. Now if there is a chart, 55 is value somewhere on the chart. So what is the scale of your chart? So the scale is generally calculated as far as this chart is concerned. Scale is set by the highest value in the data. Okay, so right now the highest value is 100. Okay, so that probably should be this point, right? So where 55 should land? 55 should land somewhere on top, somewhere above 50, right? That is half point of 100. So we are converting 55 with respect to 100 and finding the point where it should be located, right? So you need to find the maximum value out of your data. How you can find that? So there is a beautiful code for that. I will use max value. One more parameter will be passed that will have data.reduce, and you will pass max here. And for that, max is a method which is from dart.math, and this max will find max element out of your data. Okay, then I need to have two parameters for this chart clipper. It will be double max value, and second will be list double data. Okay, then again I will create constructor. Okay, fine. Let's do one thing. Let's print the max value so that you know that max value is the correct one. Okay, so I'm running this again and see the output. So it is 100, right? So it means that max value is correct, right? Now we have found the max height now. So what we need to do is we have to find now max width. So basically this whole width is divided into sections, right? So those sections are, what is the width of each section? So that will be total width divided by number of sections, right? So we will find one more thing here, which will be double section width equals to total width, which is size dot width divided by your data dot length. Okay, so length is suppose you have 8 elements, your width is 80, then your each section which is width is you can say 80. All right, 8. Now let's plot the first point. Okay, path dot. So where I am right now, if I talk about containers or clip path, I am here 0 0 position. So I want to start from here. I will go till this point, then I will go to second point, then third point, fourth point, fifth point, sixth point, 7th point, 8th point, and after that I will come back to this point, and then my container will be clipped. Okay, this is the concept. So first point I have to move to this point. So move to your 0 width and total height, full height. Okay, then you will create line 2 for the first point. Okay, so the height will be calculated, width will be 0. Then how the height will be calculated? So just taking a 110 height, just I want to show you something. Let's see. Okay, it will not reflect because it has not closed the path. So the second line, which will be a mandatory line, will be my path dot line 2, and it will be till the size dot width and size dot height, which is the bottom right corner of your container, which is this one. Okay, we'll run it, and as you can see here, we have clipped it, right? So what is this height? So I have taken this 10, right? If I increase this 40, it will come down, right? So it is taking from top, right? But we have to calculate something from here, right? So first of all, let us calculate the relative height of our data with max value. Okay, which will be like data 0 by your max value. Okay, right? Now I need to multiply this with, this is just a ratio, right? If you have found the ratio, to get the value you need to multiply by size dot height so that you can get the value. So you will multiply by size dot height. Okay, now let's run it and see what happens. Now tell me one thing, do you feel that 55 is here when I'm talking about complete container? Do you feel that? Or let us take first element, that will explain you more things. Do you feel that my first element, which is 90, is here? No, it's not there. So the reason is very easy. Height, this point, which is y, is taken from top. It is not taken from bottom. And when you take from top, it is somewhere here, right? That's why it is pointing this location. So you need to reverse it, and the way you can reverse it is size.height minus this whole your you can say calculated value, the respective value. Okay, so now if I run it, it has moved to 90. So I will revert back with the first element, and it is 55 now. Okay, this whole logic is good for first element. Now talking about the second element, I will definitely do this, but what will be the width? It cannot be 0. It should be somewhere here, right? Second point should be here. So my from left hand side, how much I will take? From left hand side, I will take section width, right? So it will be my section width. Let's see. Yes, this is the graph. Now for 0 index, it is 0 into section width. For first element, it is 1 into section width. And for third element, it will be 2 into section width. Yes. Now you just need to use for loop here. For loop, it will start from your first position. It will go to data.length and then I++. Okay. Okay. Then you just need to copy this line, put it here, remove all the lines. Instead of 0, use I. Instead of 0, use I. Okay. And you can see whole chart is completed, but of course there is one issue. So the issue is very easy. It has not reached till the end. Why? So you can see that it is not reach. It is starting from 0 and it is reaching. So let us iterate it. Okay. This is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. 8 points are plotted, but why have we not reached till the end of this chart? Because we have taken section width wrong. Okay, so you need to change the section width. Now tell me one thing: if width is 500, if width is 200, okay, and your data.length is 8, so somewhere around 25 will come as the width of the section. Now can you tell me how many sections are there? If there are 8 points, how many sections are there? First section, second section, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 sections, right? So when we are dealing with sections, you have to plot 8 points with 7 sections. So you need to increase the width because sections are 7, not 8. That's why we need to find width, section width divide by data.length minus 1. Okay, so you will get slightly greater than whatever width we got with data.length. Basically I just forgot to add this in a parenthesis. Okay, yes, so now your chart is shifted and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 points are plotted and it is completely covering it, right. Now we are done with the chart, and one thing we have missed is the border here. So what you need to do is you have to give border radius, which will be, in this case it will be vertical and only bottom will have, so it will be radius dot circular and 16. Okay, so you can see that there is a curve now, right? Perfect. Let's move out of the chart, and this is the thing that I could do for you. At least you will have some idea to create the charts. But yeah, I have not created a spline chart, but as I said, you can go to this website. It has a package also on pub.dev. So we are done with clay container 1. Now after this size box in our design, we need to add 2 more containers and these little things. So let's add these 2 as they are in a row. So we will add a row, right, children, and then we'll give main axis alignment is spaced evenly. Then the children, I will just take this container, copy paste it. Since it's a bigger container, I don't need this much all elements, so I will move chart, right, and let's see what all we need to do. So emboss will be used for this. It will be true. I don't need then spread and depth I don't need. Height I need only 180. Width I will take 35% because logically I can calculate it. If this is 80%, I want to make this as 35 and rest will be taken the space by in between, right? That's right. So Yes, then I will run it and I will see the output. Of course, this has moved because we have not added another container similar to this. We will add it later, but let's first correct it. Okay, so as per the design, the text is this. So the text, I think it is sold for. I have already translated, but I just forgot it. Okay, I have that text translated for you already. So it is balance for today. Okay, this text is balance for today, and font size can be taken as 18. Let's see the design. Okay, 16 will be okay for this, and color will be black 45. Then weight is okay. Same style I will copy and put for the next one, and the font size definitely sorry, the padding, yes, I have to give, and I have to give here something. Text style I will just paste it. It's not formatted, right? So balance for today and the value, so it is 19, right? And font size this time it will be 24, and colors are same. After this sized box, I don't need this size box. Let's see the output first. Okay, yes, so balance for today, and this is perfect. Of course, weight can be increased because it's not looking that correct. Yes, this is perfect. Now what you need to do is after this padding you add a spacer, so that remaining space is taken by your empty space, and after that we will add this container, which will be just a line, or yeah, container, because divider does not have that curve. Okay, so container decoration, box decoration, border radius will be all circular as 10, and height of this will be 10, and sorry, color the same color that we have used, colors dot black 45, right? After that, fine, yes, after that we need a size box so that it has something from bottom as well, right? Or we can do it like this. Let's see the output first. Yeah, so the line has come at the bottom, we need some margin, so it will be from bottom, it will be 16, left 16, right 16. Yes, correct. Now we need to add similar thing, so just copy this container and see the output. So we have two containers, but again this is an issue. So why it is not coming at the in the center, so let's work on that. So maybe, do we have to center this? Yes, so we did center it, and then probably we can also center. Yeah, everything was okay then. Means you can move this also somewhere, or you can have some padding for this title, right? As we did for these, we can have for that also. Okay, then we will change this. So coming back to this clay container, this time we don't need emboss. Okay, and the text here will be okay. So it is about linking, about unlock the limit of 19 pounds. So it is unlock the limit of 19 pounds, and this time it's completely black, weight is bold, and the below text is by linking your bank card. Okay, so it is this thing. After that, the font size is 16 only, color is this, and it can be into this. Let's see the output. Yeah, looks great. And yes, after this row we will need to have a sized box that we had, so that we can have we can see that this card has been embossed and this is coming out, right? The third thing is not the container, but it's a button. Okay, so we need to create this button again. So very last thing we have to do, we have to give shape as box shape dot circle, and instead of giving color, means we have not given color to it. Margin we don't need to give. Height we don't need to give. Height we can give as 40, width as 40, and then it will have a gradient which will be linear gradient. Colors, again the same colors that we have here. Okay, then it will have a child which will be your icons dot arrow. So it will be arrow forward. Color will be white, and let's see the output. Okay, so probably we have done something wrong. Yes, so this has come from here. Now we can have some margin. Okay, before that, let's align this to the right of this column. It will be bottom right. Let's see, it has come here. Now we can give margin from only bottom, which will be 16, and right 16. So this has come here and it looks good now. Now we need to add these three items. So coming to my main dart again, let me minimize all these things. It's row, then there is a size box, and this one, right? So of course we have added a size box, then we have this row. Okay, so we'll add it very quickly. It's March 2020. Then there is a text at the end which is -50 to 30, -50 to 30, and pound sign. So do I have it? No. Okay, so if I see the output, of course they will be joined around here, right? We need some gap in between them, so as we generally do, space between. Again they will be aparted, and then there is a padding somehow, so let's look out for that padding. It is coming from here, which is okay, but we need some extra padding, so we can give that here. Right, and of course there will be some styles also given, so for that yeah, it is okay. And then of course font size, I think whatever is the default is okay, right? Good. Now we need three items, so definitely it can be a list view, and you can have children, so there will be three list styles here. Okay, then let's see whether it works or not, because I am in doubt that it will. Yes, I was correct. So instead of list view, we'll just use column. Now to use list view, you need to wrap it in a container with some fixed height that you can do at your place. Okay, so this list view, the leading. So there is very good thing that you will learn in this leading thing, where you can see that this icon is also a gradient one, right? And it is on a container, again a clay container. So leading will be a clay container. Okay, width I will take as 40, height as 40, and this time it will be like border radius also I need, so it will be 16 again. So the child of this will be icons dot, this one pizza, and then color of that will be so if I give color as this one, so how it will look? It will look like this, right? Let me increase the size so that you can see it. And So it will look like this. Even icon size I have to give, so icon size is 60. Yeah, so it will look like this, but according to the design it should have gradient, right? So if you want to provide a gradient to this, you need to wrap in shader mask. Okay, so shader mask basically creates a shader on top of your child, and it takes blend mode, which we will give as blend mode dot source top. Okay, and shader callback takes a function which will have a bounds. Okay, so it's a rect which has bounds, and then it returns your linear gradient dot create shader, and it takes that bounds. Okay, so we have come to the point that we need our colors back. So this is our colors that we have used everywhere for the gradient, and now if you see the output, you can see that the gradient has come to this, right? And in linear gradient you can give your alignment as well. So basically this time I will take begin will be alignment dot top center, and end will be bottom center. Okay, so now if you run it, you can see colors coming from top to bottom, right? And similar thing we will use now. So this is my leading. I will make it as 60, and this will be 50. Yes, so it looks good now, and leading is done. Now we need to give title, which is very normal stuff. Style. So what is the title? Just I will make one and duplicate it. SC Bol Andre. Okay, so it's SC someplace in Paris maybe. Then it's 12 March 1343. So subtitle will be text 12 March 1343. This is the time and date when this transaction happened. Then trailing, we have another text which is in which is in minus 9.20, so it's minus 9.20, and again the pounds. So yeah, right, so let's see the output. Okay, it looks good, but we can play with the height and size of this. So it will be 40 then, and this can be 30. Right, it looks good. We can add some text styles to it. Okay, so text style, it will be font weight as bold, complete bold, and then color, of course it's black, no need to give that. Font size, no need to give that. Just copy it from here and add it here, as well as add it here, and this time it should be 300, and yes, it looks good. So you can give font size if you want, but the same list style we can use and copy it multiple times, and based on your data you can change it. Okay, since it's a scroll view, so it will scroll, that's why I added single child scroll view. And my friends, this is it of this video. I hope I have met the requirements. Whatever you needed I have given you, and this works pretty nice. Okay, so this is the end of the video. Do share with other people and tell them about what things they can learn. And if you like the video, please like it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell icon so that you can never miss the content that I'm posting. And since these are home days, I'm working from home, so I can put more content and I have more time to work on. So stick around this channel and look for other videos as well. Thanks for watching.